understanding of your background and why you have been stressed and suffering from anxiety. Now, sometimes there are many factors that weigh in and build up to that point of stress. Yeah, you relate to that. In all honesty, I think we all can to some degrees. How do you feel after last week's session? How has this week been for you? Wow, that is so good. So, you find it helpful? Relay to me how you felt, so that when you heard yourself say it, it hit you in a different way and you were able to understand some of those feelings. That's good. That's really good. That's a very positive step. Yeah. So you felt more positive this week? Okay, I understand that. So although you felt positive, you're looking forward right now. That's where we want you to go. Isn't that right? Onwards. But sometimes, in order to move forward, we actually have to look behind at what is holding us back in order to move forward and release ourselves into that freedom to move. Do you understand what I mean? You do? That's good. Again, like I said last week, this is a safe place, and anything that is shared in this room is just between you and I. Yes. Unless it breaches your safety or others, that is when I would have a responsibility to pass that over to authorities. Okay? Okay. So, sit back. Can I just say you look a little bit lighter? I mean, just you feel more peace? Or is there a makeup look going on here? Because you look a lot more at ease this week. Yeah. Well, that's great. Now this week, I thought we could be a little bit proactive. So last week, we discussed what you felt the issues were. Okay? Now this week today, I want to help you think about yourself. Because last week, if you recall, you actually said that you felt that you don't think about yourself enough. You're constantly putting others before you. Isn't that right? you have a care and quality. Yes, sometimes you can overlook yourself. It's about the balance, isn't it? So we're going to do some mindfulness. Yeah. Okay. Now for a moment you may feel that it's like being back at school. So I'm going to give you some tools that I believe if you answer correctly and use correctly, it will help you. It will help you focus back on what's important to you and how you feel about yourself. Because ultimately, that's why we're here. So, although we can talk about other people who's hurt us, who's wronged us, who's to blame for countless things in your life, but we are responsible for how we receive them things, for how we allow them to make us feel, and how we respond to them. We take back our power. These tools are about giving you your power back. Because ultimately, when we are stressed and suffering from anxiety, it's often because or as a result of feeling out of control, out of our depth, overwhelmed. Yeah. When you lost your job, it was difficult, extreme circumstances with the pandemic. Yeah. And so there was a difficult season right there. Unpredictable times. And the word used is unprecedented because we have never experienced that in our lifetime. Nor would I hope that we would ever experience it again. Yes, that's right. So, we're just bringing it back to you today, okay? So, when you're stressed or your anxiety is high, what do you actually like doing? Do you like reading a book or a magazine? Do you like to visualize a peaceful place? Do you go out and walk in nature? Do you like to have long soaks in the bath? Do you like to get stuck into housework or those chores and just distract yourself? Perhaps you are into photography or some form of exercise. Whatever it is, I want you, or I would like you, to just write down. There's some pens and paper on the table beside you. I would just like you to write down your coping strategy. What helps you to relax? Maybe it's ASMR. I do hear it's very popular. You list the things according to your priority. You're finished. Wow, that was really quick. Now, you can share these with me, or you can just take these home to ponder and review in your own time. If you're happy to read it out to me, go on ahead. If not, we'll just skip to the next one, and you can take that home with you. Okay, you take that home with you. Before we go on to the next question or exercise, can I ask you, in those times of stress and where your anxiety is really high, can I ask you, is there any reason why you cannot do these helpful, use these helpful tools to help you relax and de-stress? Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So, okay, well, obviously, yes, I agree. You need to exercise. You need the motivation. Yes. And so when your mood's low, you lack motivation, and you somehow lose your mojo. Yeah. Yes, you have to be in the mood. Yeah. Well, what about the others on the list? What would hinder you from participating in those activities? Yes, okay. Family responsibilities and limits on times. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's very real. But I think what we need to look at, and what I'm going to help you do, is not to look at the solutions, but or not to look at the problems, but the solutions to the problems. It's changing our mindset. Yeah. And I talk about it, and you'll hear me talk about it a lot. It's taking back your control. Yeah. That's good. That's really good. You're doing brilliant. Now, this is a tough one. Many find this difficult. Strengths and qualities. qualities to have. And they are very important strengths you've just listed. How does it make you feel voicing and identifying 3 of your strengths? Pardon? You realise you've been self-critical, and when you are encouraged to look for the good in you, it appears there are lots of good qualities and strengths within yourself that you have overlooked. That is so wonderful to hear you say that. Very good, yeah. That's very encouraging. Now, can I ask you another question? Again, write it down or just list the things. Can you list 3 challenges? 1, 2, 3. 3 challenges that you have personally overcome. Yeah. Wow. Absolutely. Please don't feel embarrassed about tears. Tears are healing. Just let them go. They can bring healing. It's perfectly natural when people start examining themselves to feel emotion, because they have been so focused on others, they've forgotten themselves. They've overlooked themselves. Yeah. It's okay, there's tissues beside you. Please help yourself. Yeah. You've not had it easy. Yeah. You've had a lot of trauma in your life. You've suffered a lot of loss. Yeah. And you find it difficult to trust. Yeah. I can understand how difficult that would have been for you. And I appreciate your honesty and transparency. And so, just as you listed those challenges quite easily, I want you to focus on the word overcame or overcome. You came through it. So, if you're speaking to somebody else that has faced these issues that you have just, these challenges that you have that they have overcome the same challenges as you, what would you say to them? Yeah. You'd congratulate them. You'd say, well done. I'm proud of person. They would be empowered by them, encouraged. Yeah. Now, can I ask you, the child within who has overcome all those challenges that you've just listed? Sorry, there's noisy cars about. Please don't let it break your concentration or focus. Those lists, those challenges that you've listed, that you overcame, what would you like to say to your inner child who came through all those challenges? Take a moment. It's okay. Let the tears out. Let it go. It's safe space here. It's okay. 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 Never be ashamed of emotion, of expressing your emotion. So you're proud of your inner child. You recognize the achievements of being an overcomer. I want you to remind yourself that we're not talking about the person around you. We're talking about you. You're proud of you. That's brilliant. Oh, I know. You never thought of it like that. We often don't. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. That's why these sessions are so helpful. To some who are ready to embrace and to really look within. You're doing so well, and I'm very proud of you, because I know this isn't easy. So well done. You've done amazing. And although I don't know you very well, I do know you've been through so much, and it's a great accomplishment to get through that and be the person you are today. So well done. Help yourself to a glass of water there on the table. It's no problem. Just relax. This is your time. We go at your pace. Another question I'd like to ask can you list 3 things that make you unique? So we've just identified your strengths and qualities, your challenges, the challenges you have personally overcome. And now 3 things that make you unique, 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 unique. It's okay. People often need a little extra time on this. Yeah, it's okay. Take your time. Again, feel free to read these out, voice them, or just take the paper home with you. It's your decision, as this is your time. Yeah, you want to share? That's okay. That's great, in fact. So, 3 things that make you unique. Your personality. Yes, absolutely. Do you know that you're not? You're not. You're not your parents. You're your own person. The mistakes of your parents is not yours to bear. You have a unique personality that blesses those around you. And just sometimes you're the last one to see that. The next one. Your character. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And the next one. Your fingerprints. Absolutely. We are all unique. Our fingerprints are all different. There are no 2 people the same. Now, how do you feel knowing that your personality is unique? Your character is unique. Your fingerprints is unique. What other word might you describe unique as? Absolutely. Special. yourself as being unique and special, with strengths and qualities, and you are no longer a victim, but a victor for all the challenges you faced. I think this is the perfect time to make an appointment for next week. I'm proud of how far we've come already in just 2 sessions. I would like you to take this list home with you that we've went through today and just think, can you add more to this? And just keep going over it. You may have to remind yourself of those qualities when you feel, and your strengths when you feel in your words. You said often you feel rubbish and useless. But you're not. You're not useless. You're not rubbish. Remember, you're unique and you're special. You're not a victim, you're a victor. And you have amazing strengths and qualities that blesses those around you. We'll take those home with you and have a look over them and just take it all in. You are an amazing person